All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are unpacking the legend of one of the animal kingdom's most, well, notorious characters, the honey badger. You've definitely heard the stories, but we're going to dig into the real facts behind all that folklore.
So this is the big question, isn't it? I mean, the Guinness Book of World Records once called it the most fearless animal, and that reputation totally precedes it. But is mean really the right word for it? Let's find out. Okay, first up, let's tackle this legendary aggression head-on. Where in the world does this reputation for being so unbelievably fierce actually come from?
Well, here's what's so interesting. Their whole reputation is kind of the opposite of their actual behavior. You see, despite being famous for their ferocity, honey badgers aren't bullies. They don't go around looking for a fight.
But, and this is a big but, this is exactly where the legend comes from. If you corner a honey badger, it is a completely different story. They will turn and face their attacker, roaring, puffing up their hair, and just launching an all-out assault on predators that are way, way bigger than them. We're talking lions, leopards, and hyenas. They refuse to back down. Ever.
So you have to wonder, how can a pretty small animal be so incredibly confident? Well, it's because they are, quite literally, built for battle. Let's take a look at the natural toolkit that makes them such incredible survival machines.
It all starts with this number right here, 6 millimeters. That is the insane thickness of a honey badger's skin just around its neck. To put that into perspective for you, that's almost a quarter inch of what's basically rubbery armor.
And this is where it gets just wild. A honey badger's skin is way thicker than the skin of a Cape buffalo, an animal that is 50 times its size. Think about that for a second. That's just an unbelievable feat of natural engineering.
So here's the key. The skin isn't just thick. It's also really loose and rubbery. It's almost like the badger is wearing this oversized, super tough coat. This lets it twist and turn around inside its own skin to bite back at anything that's biting it. And it offers amazing protection against pretty much everything, from arrows and bee stings to the sharp teeth of predators.
And, it's not all just defense. They've got some serious offensive weapons, too. We're talking sharp teeth and these incredibly powerful bone-crushing jaws. How powerful, you ask? Well, they're strong enough to literally crack open a turtle's shell. Add in their huge claws, which are perfect for digging, and you've got yourself a complete natural arsenal. But wait, it's not just about being tough. Honey badgers are also wickedly smart. They are true strategists, which, when you think about it, makes their physical toughness even more formidable. This is honestly one of my favorite stories about them. This quote comes from a real incident at the Hoedspruit Rehab Center in South Africa. A honey badger there became famous because it figured out how to use tools, sticks, rocks, even a rake to engineer its own escape from its enclosure. That's not just instinct, people. That is some serious problem solving. They are also incredibly resourceful. I mean, why dig a brand new home when there's a perfectly good one right there for the taking? Honey badgers are known as colonizers, which means they'll just take over burrows that have already been dug by foxes, mongooses, or jumping hares. It's a classic case of working smarter, not harder. Okay, if you thought they couldn't get any more interesting, just prepare yourself. We are now heading into some of their most bizarre and, frankly, weirdly wonderful adaptations. So let's talk about this one. It's a huge myth that has become almost legendary. You hear all the time that honey badgers are totally immune to snake venom. But is that really true? The answer is not quite. They're not completely immune, but they are unbelievably resistant to it. A bite from something like a puff adder, which would kill most other animals, might just knock a honey badger out for a couple of hours. A lot of the time, their super dense fur and thick skin stop a bite from even getting through. But even when it does, they have this remarkable ability to just survive. Now, they can still die from a venomous bite, but their resistance is truly next level. And then there's this. A bit like a skunk, the honey badger has its own chemical weapon. Get this, its anus is reversible. That means it can literally turn it inside out to spray this unbelievably foul-smelling liquid from its anal glands. It's a super powerful defense mechanism designed to stun or just repel any predator that gets a little too close. And here are a couple more unique traits for you. First, you can't really see their ears. They're actually tucked away right under the skin on their head. It's a brilliant adaptation that keeps their ears from getting bitten or snagged when they're fighting or digging. And second, the females have 4 mammary glands, or 2 pairs of breasts.
This is most likely because they often give birth to twins, so it makes it way easier to feed both cubs at the same time.
So we have this tough, intelligent, and just uniquely adapted creature. With all that going for it, it probably won't surprise you at all to learn that an animal this self-sufficient really prefers to go it alone.
The honey badger is part of the weasel family, and it is a classic solitary animal. For the most part, they live and hunt all by themselves. The only real time they meet up with others is to mate.
Motherhood is really the main social bond you'll see. A female will raise her cubs, usually 1 or 2 of them, and she'll teach them everything they need to know to survive. But after about a year, maybe 2, they head off on their own, and the solitary life cycle just continues.
So, there you have it. An animal that is tough, incredibly intelligent, and just loaded with some of the most unique adaptations in the entire wild kingdom. They are so much more than just mean. So the final question is for you. After unpacking the reality behind that reputation, what part of the honey badger legend surprises you the most?